Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about how to form a writing habit. Turning your writing into a habit is extremely important if you ever want to finish your novel or any writing project, because as you probably know, it's not always that easy to stay motivated to write. Or if you're not feeling the inspiration, it can be a little bit difficult to kind of force yourself to sit down and write. So if you form a writing habit, you don't even have to worry about it. It's just second nature and it's part of your routine. So today I'm going to give you some tips on how to make writing part of your daily routine, and hopefully it can help you with your writing projects. The first thing you need to do is have two sets of goals. The first one is kind of a macro goal. It's the overall big thing that you want to accomplish. Whether that's finishing one book, whether that's making a living off of writing books, whether it's becoming a best-selling published author, this is where you get to dream big. It's everything that you want to accomplish as a writer. And then after you have that, you want to split that down into things that you can manage right now. If you don't have a writing habit established already, it's a good idea to start small with the writing. So maybe to start by writing 15 minutes a day, and after 15 minutes you don't have to write anymore. You certainly can if you want to, but once you've put in your 15 minutes, you're done for the day if you want to be. If writing time isn't exactly what you're shooting for, you can also set word count goals. So maybe start by writing 500 words a day, which might sound like a lot, but really it's about the size of an email. Like it's pretty easily accomplished. So you could break it down into word count goals as well. And just by writing every day, you will accomplish your writing goals. So now that you have this plan to develop your habit, whether it's going to be time related or word count related, the next thing you need to do is set behavioral triggers. So things that are part of our normal everyday routine, we just kind of do them without thinking, but we have behaviors that are related to them. For example, if waking up in the morning and brushing your teeth, which if you're not doing that, you should definitely be brushing your teeth in the morning. That's triggered by waking up and going to the bathroom. We have certain behaviors that we can help establish to set triggers, or writing triggers, if you will. For a while, I was setting this writing trigger for myself where I would wake up and I would make tea or coffee, depending on how my stomach felt that morning. And if I had that tea or coffee, I would start writing. And then after a while, now every time I drink tea or coffee, I feel like I need to write something because that's part of my trigger that I've established for myself. So find a trigger for you that works, whether that's setting your laptop, well, it's the first thing you see when you wake up in the morning. Do something that can help trigger you to write, that will get you kind of in the mindset to just sit down and start writing. Another thing that can help with behavioral triggers is visualization and kind of just telling yourself over and over again that you are a writer. So this was something that actually really helped me when I was establishing my writing habit. I was watching an interview with Honorary Corder, and she talks a lot about this kind of stuff, but basically just having a vision statement. So mine is, I am a writer and I make a full-time living writing books. Even though that hasn't happened yet, telling myself that made me feel like I had to write. And that's because when you're constantly telling yourself something, it gets absorbed into your subconscious, and then that makes you feel like you have to write. Or what happens is you stop saying it and you stop writing altogether. So it's kind of like if you tell yourself that you are something, that you are doing something, it tricks your brain into actually helping you to do it. The third tip I have for you that's important when you're trying to develop a habit is to not give up. So I think a lot of times when we're trying to establish new habits, whether it's for working out or eating healthy, it's very easy to screw up once and then totally give up on it. And you can't let that happen to yourself. Give yourself grace to mess up. And if you do miss a writing day or you don't hit your word count for a day, try to analyze why that happened. For example, if you want to set this goal to write first thing in the morning when you wake up, but you're having a hard time waking up, that's because staying in bed is easier than getting up and writing and getting your brain to work. So what you can do is make sure that when you wake up, everything is optimized for you to start writing. So whether that's starting the coffee maker on a timer so that you have coffee in the morning right when you wake up to help you write, or some other thing that helps you specifically to write, try to find a way to make it easier on yourself, and don't freak out if you miss a day. Just, keep going and don't give up. One other thing that I've done that's personally helped me a lot is to have a calendar where I check off the days. So apparently it takes between, I've heard, 21 to 60 days to develop a habit. So what I do, or what I did, is I had this little calendar that I made, and I wrote the times that I wrote each day, so like from 7 to 7:15 or whatever, and then my word count that I hit for that day. And that really helped me because I am super into lists and check boxes, and if I see a box that needs to be checked off, I really want to check it off. So that's something that helped me a lot when I was first developing my writing habit, was having a space where I could see it, I put it on my wall, and I would write in it every day that I did writing, and I was able to check it off for that day. I believe I made that for 21 days. So I did that straight for 21 days, and now I have a writing habit. It's easy for me to snap into writing mode. Like, even on the days when I don't feel motivation, or if I'm not feeling inspired, it's just like, well, you gotta write, because that's what you do. It just becomes a part of who you are, and feeling stuck doesn't happen as often. Still happens sometimes, but not as often, because you're just conditioned yourself to write. So that's all I have for today. Let me know if you try out these tips and if they help you to stay consistent with your writing. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click the like button. And if you would like to receive weekly tips on how to start, write, and publish your novel, go ahead and subscribe. I post new videos every Friday. If you have any questions for me, you can leave them down in the comments below, or find me on one of the social media links listed in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, bye!